about how do you get onto a festival circuit.
It's the same question, AI and music.
How dare they take away all my hard work?
So we are back with another fresh episode of our podcast. It's been a while, but we have got some brilliant topics. I'm Bia Damick.
Adam?
And why don't we just dive straight in there? We are in middle of June, even though you wouldn't know it because it's raining outside, but it was sunny this morning. And it's festival season, right? It's festival season. People are getting excited. Tickets have been booked. Tents have been bought. Go on, tell us, what's the topic?
It's all kicking off. And we're getting artists flooding in, asking us about how do you get onto a festival circuit?
It's the same question. As an independent musician with no booking agent, how do I get onto the lineups? Go on, tell us, break it down. What do I do first of all?
Well, we get asked this a lot first off, because I know that it's like the ticket to the next level of being an artist, isn't it? Once you've seen it at a festival, then you might get picked up and you become feeling like an established artist at that point. But I think the main thing is to remember most festivals, the official one, the big ones, have their lineups booked long in advance, and they're usually dominated by a few companies like X-Ray, CAA, etc. So it's really tough to get on official lineups on prime time when you really want to be seen on these festivals, because you see all the stuff online. You're like, I want to be the artist now, right now, playing in front of all tens of thousands of people. Well, okay, you can get to that, but those slots are like gold, and they don't give them away.
Well, they're mostly given away to old artists,
legacy artists.
That's a whole nother subject we'll go into.
But what I would say is this: like, if you've got to find an alternative route in, get creative. Think about how you can go around the system. There's always like after parties. There's alternative stages. There's little pop-up slots and events. You know, you can find little nooks and crannies at a festival to be seen at, and to be able to list yourself as playing online. And I think that's probably the route to take. So talk to like stage organizers, talk to people that you know that are playing there.
Go on Instagram, go on LinkedIn. Okay, so because I used to manage Adam's band and managed quite a few bands in the past. I've been quite successful when it comes to festival and gig booking. So how I approach it is I look at all the different stages. Say, take a festival like Glastonbury, which is very, very, very hard to get into, because you already have to have bought a ticket to be going. You don't get a free ticket. You don't get a free pass to get in somewhere like Glastonbury. And you look at all the different stages. So you've got the Chaiwalla, I don't know, all the stages. There's loads of stages, tiny stages, big stages, right? Yeah. And a lot of the stage managers, programmers will actually list their achievements in LinkedIn and say, I am the official stage programmer at Chaiwalla or this or that, and then you can literally do a search on LinkedIn and find them, connect with them, pitch to them. Like, obviously Glastonbury isn't happening this year because it'll be happening this week. It's happening next year, so you could actually get in touch with someone now.
What would you put in the pitch? I mean, that's the thing,
that's
a lot of misconception around this. It's the standard way to think is, I've got a pitch to a festival like everybody else. Don't do that, because everybody else is thinking the same thing. Their inboxes are flooded. They're not going to listen to you or notice you. And it's usually a thing like an EPK or something, and that's just going to get buried.
What's going to catch their attention? Okay, so it might be that this happens to every show, and the whole crowd go mental. And then you maybe put a picture of yourself like crowd surfing, like, I don't know.
Or a clip, a little video clip.
Or like a hook, like, this is how I made 200 people, like, scream their head off and dance around like maniacs for an hour.
Yeah, even a little clip of a local show. If you played local to where the festival is, that's even better, because they know that you've got an audience in that area. And you can take a little clip for 30 seconds, just get your friends to go nuts or something. Yeah. And you've got that, then send that as your EPK, because the festival organizers think, is this band buzzy? Are they good live? Are people going to react well to it? Yeah. And if you can communicate that in a really simple video, then you're halfway in, and you will stand out amongst all the other EPKs as well.
Definitely. Yeah, they want to just know that you're the real deal. And to be honest with you, a festival slot and a booking can be a blessing or
it can work against you as well.
Against you as
If
well.
there's no one there, it can be really deflating.
We've had a situation like this before, haven't we?
Yeah.
In that we had an artist that we booked for who came to me, who were very desperate to be on certain lineups across festivals, and we managed to secure them a really big slot. And unfortunately, no one was there.
Yeah. But what they missed was, it's not the slot, it's the promo as well.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, it's the promo as well. So if you've been given a stage opportunity, a slot, and then, you're at peak time, you're on a bigger stage or whatever, it might be that you could actually even say to the festival operator, I'm not quite sure this is a stage for me. It's quite a big stage, actually. Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't do that because you're going to want to play. Who, if you're given a chance to play at Pyramid Stage at Glastonbury, of course you'd do it, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter about that. But what does matter is that you probably need to get yourself to the festival a couple of days before and network. Like run around the festival and have some flyers and go, right, I'm actually playing tomorrow at 2 p.m. on this stage. Come and find me. Like actually create a bit of a kind of like buzz about the festival.
Exactly, and not rely on the stage to create the buzz, because you're not known yet enough.
No.
So you've got to bring the buzz to the stage, and one way to do it, obviously. So really, I would say the overall message for smaller artists is you've got to think creative here. Guerrilla tactics are the way.
Yeah.
And just another point I wanted to make as well about local bands. If they have fans locally, they're much more likely to get the festival that's near to them.
Yeah.
Rather than
show your data.
Yeah.
Show your Spotify insights or your Meta insights when you're kind of putting ads on your kind of posts and stuff like that. And you could be like, seem to get loads and loads of engagement.
I've got 50,000 monthly listeners. Great. But I've got 800 listeners right now in this spot, ready to buy merch.
Yeah.
And this is where they all are. And if you show that to the promoters, that's going to be more likely to sway them.
Yeah.
So.
It could be that you're a really cool indie artist and you've got tons of, fans sort of dotted around Manchester. So then you'd probably look at all the different Mancunian festivals in that area and then actually give, promoters are really into their stats now, aren't they, and their data. That's also what they're looking for. So I think it's one thing knowing who to reach out for. So obviously you're going to have if you want to apply at our festival, please email info@. That's impossible.
It's dead on arrival because of the amount of volume.
There's going to be someone. There's probably going to be about. I think one festival told me once they had like 40,000 applications.
Yeah, I mean they're just not going to get through them. And they've got CAA, they've got extra. They've got all the guys that are filling their main slots up. So and their also biggest focus is going to be the headliners as well.
Yeah,
so you're trying to work around that.
Yeah,
system.
So basically you're going to try and find the girl or guy who is running the stage. And you're going to try and connect with them personally, but virtually. So like I said, you're going to look on LinkedIn because there's a chance that you're going to look on Instagram because they're going to put in their bio, like festival booker here. Everyone likes to sort of showcase their badges of what they do, right?
And certain features at the festival, if you whether it's hashtags or ats or comments or whatever, you can source those people through their associations. Yeah. So, if they worked at Shangri-La or whatever, then...
Shangri-La, there's a brilliant one.
There's an association there. It's like, do you know someone who knows someone who's got a little thing going on there?
Yeah.
We've even had people on our team, I won't mention names yet. Great stories with this, actually created their own stage. So there was I don't think there was a proper metal stage at one of the main festivals, and so he created it. And that kind of initiative is where they love it. Yeah. They absolutely love it. They're looking for you to add value where they haven't already. So that's where you can find an in. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Your music might be more of a spoken word sort of ilk. So it could be that you see the festival you want to play at, you see that they don't have that stage, and you actually get in touch with them and say, look, could I create a little stage? Maybe even center it around like kind of tea and cake and chill and they love that. Or they might be missing like hip hop and rap and stuff. Yeah. So find the missing link in the festival. It's like, I've noticed you haven't got this. How about we set up a little alternative stage or a pop-up or whatever? Yeah. Or an after party or an earlier party. Yeah, pre-party, a day party. Yeah, post-party, pre-pre's. Yeah. I think all of that good stuff. Yeah, there's so many opportunities. Yeah, it's literally about how can I add value, not compete with the slots that are already filled. So but I think equally as well, it's also
who you know. So it might be that you know somebody who's maybe managing a teepee field in one of the festivals. So maybe they could then find out within that network who might be the best person to speak to. I've had it before where someone's just dropped me a few WhatsApp numbers and said they're looking after, you know, All Points East or their, you know, Secret Garden Party. And I remember I did a pitch on the Secret Garden Party where they wanted me to come up with like how I can create like a unique festival stage experience. And we had things like games and weird stuff, and they loved it. It was totally on their sort of, you know, on their wavelength, basically. So it's stuff like that.
Yeah, and also think like, for example, South by Southwest. So that story about Haim or Haim, when they were trying to break through and no one knew who they were. They got a slot of South by, but like any other band, they didn't just go for one slot.
Yep.
And it wasn't even an official one. They went for they found 14 different places in South by where they could do something alternative, whether it was around the back of a pub next to some beer crates or whatever it was. They found these little places or someone's broom cupboard to play to people. And I think by the 14th gig, there was buzz. And so they within 5 days of the festival, they did 14 gigs, and then on the 14th one, it was like, oh, there's something going on with this band. So and then that's how they got assigned to their first record.
South by Southwest London's launch. It was happening last month, was it this month? I can't remember now.
Yeah, last month. Yeah.
No, this month. Sorry, this month. God, this month feels long. So maybe look at next year, because that's a really good festival. So there's different festivals. There's multi-event festivals like the Great Escape, and obviously South by Southwest, and there's the actual festival in a field, isn't there? So there's different ones. So I guess our kind of, you know, to summarize then is figure out who you want to contact, figure out how to make your proposition really unique by sending maybe some footage, some data, some stats on why you should be playing that festival.
Use clips,
like
preferably live footage
of what you can bring, what your show looks like. If you get that festival, it comes with a few warnings, as in you may not necessarily have a crowd at that stage watching you. So you've got some work to do. Remember, it's expensive getting yourself to the festival, getting accommodation, bringing the band.
It goes back to that whole saying, like, you've got to fake it till you make it. You really do have to do that in this game. And it's like, whatever, I mean, people complain and say industry plants and this kind of thing, and why did certain bands like Geese appear overnight? Well, they played the game as you should be playing it, getting creative, using guerrilla marketing techniques, and almost kind of faking it till you make it.
Definitely.
And that really is the route now for small artists.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And if you do obviously get a festival slot, just be courteous, and if it doesn't go quite to plan, don't start blaming the organisers and things like that, because it's a small industry, you know. Hopefully you find that really interesting. If you've got any comments, feedback, anything, please DM us. Our A&R team are always here to support you with any festival related questions. Our next subject is completely different, and Adam really wanted to sort of tackle and re-discuss, re-explore AI in music, because obviously it's coming more and more to the forefront. Lots of changes in the industry. Adam, do you want to go and talk a little bit about that?
I mean, it's a big topic, obviously.
It is a big topic.
And there's a lot of fears on both sides.
Yes.
There's those artists almost in two camps, the ones that are using it to their advantage. And I think Diplo was on a recent interview about how he's using it for like ideas and that kind of thing. But then there's also the camp which is like, how dare they take away all my hard work and utilize that for their profits? And that is a valid point. But let's not forget, this is happening across the planet.
And when you say how dare they, who's they, what does that mean?
Well, we're talking about 4 people, basically, that are taking the sum of humanity and running it through their company so that they can profit and eventually enslave everybody else, which I hate to say it, but that's the reality here. You're taking these LLM models and training it on the entire corpus of human data. And that data was created through people's efforts and their work,
like
their
humans,
creativity,
basically.
Their time, their effort. I mean, what gives them the technical right to all of that, the sum of humanity? So the argument, my argument is, why should you stand back as an artist and just allow that? You know, there are artists coming forward now who are fighting to be monetized in terms of AI training models. If their music is used in these models, it should
How do you know if they're
rights.
using these models? Because they won't
Well, these are challenges we've got to tackle. And artists need to come up and join together, unite together to start demanding what is rightfully theirs. And we need to sound the alarm on this early before it's overexploited and there's no turning back. So I think, it doesn't sound great, but it's an opportunity for us to really come together and don't just sit back. And there are people.
What do we do if we've got a problem and we're like, right, we want to speak up, we want to let them know what we're feeling? Where do we go? Is there like kind of a body, an email, a company we can reach out to?
I mean, I don't know right now, but we do definitely need to unite as one. I mean, there's obviously unions and things like that, musicians union, but also I think we've got to understand the problem and raise awareness first. That look, it's not complex really. I think what the media does is blind you by the technology, but the premise is really simple. You take somebody's work, you put an LLM on it, it trains itself up on that piece of work, and then regurgitates it and gives it away for free to everyone else. And that in itself is plagiarism, but it's done on a worldwide scale.
Yeah.
And so I think eventually we need to get to a place where we may not be able to stop this from happening, but the artists should be getting paid for the use of their work in these training models. Like they have to be able to be monetized, and some kind of license fee needs to go to them. Now, whether that's you come together as an independent, or we start filing lawsuits against some of the companies like Suno and that kind of thing, things need to happen. So
it's a hard one.
So we need to build the legal infrastructure. I mean, look, before the Spotify, obviously, despite all its ills and SoundCloud and that kind of thing, there was just the free downloads of Napster and LimeWire and stuff like that, and eventually figured out some kind of legality where the musicians get paid. And I know it's not enough, but they get paid through streaming, right?
Yeah.
Similarly, we need to get paid through AI training. So I think that's the big thing.
So with AI songwriting apps such as Suno, which obviously we all know, how do they go about it? Like kind of
recently there's been massive lawsuits against Suno where the majors have said, look, you need to disclose who you're using of our artists to train your models and pay us license fees for it. So the majors have successfully done that. So
and they managed to sue them.
Well, they're getting license fees.
They're getting license fees.
So I don't know whether they actually paid out from fines and stuff, but like they're actually getting their artists monetized.
Whoa!
Now, where does that leave the independent? So we as the independents, we need to come together and say, look, we're entitled to a fair share as well of that licensing fees. You can't just be like, okay, I'm an independent, I sign some clauses and T's and C's and I throw my music up there and that's it. No, you need to be able to stand up for your rights as well as a creator. And so we need to come together on that point.
It feels like, obviously if you're represented by a major, then fantastic, or a label, great. But it feels like if you're completely independent, which most people are, obviously, feels like there needs to be like a body. Yeah, there's the music union and I don't know, AIM and stuff, but I don't think they help that many people individually. They help more labels and managers. And feels like there needs to be a body that as an independent artist, you can get in touch with and say, what can we do here?
Yeah.
Like, is there? Who do we speak to?
Yeah, I mean, well, there needs to be
create a body. Let's create like a fictitious label that's not like a label that represents independence.
Yeah.
The Independent Music Party coming soon.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you're passionate about this and come from the very same sentiment as Adam, please sort of speak up. Let us know how you're feeling and what we can do, because together we are stronger on this subject. But also equally like to hear from people who might say, do you know what, AI has saved my life when it comes to being a releasing artist, because it's given me many more ideas and more song lyrics to write about. And I'm releasing songs 10 to a dozen now.
It's a double-edged
That's amazing. Like, I've had all these song lyrics that I've been writing for years and years in various pads, and I've just basically thrown it into AI and it's written these beautiful songs for me. I knew I never could finish. And suddenly I've got 100,000 followers on Spotify. It's amazing.
Yeah.
So there's that as well.
Yeah.
And it's
Pay the creators.
Pay the creators.
Pay your scientists, pay your journalists, pay your musicians, pay your creators, pay everyone that's feeding your models.
Yeah. Any more to add on that subject?
That's
quite a deep subject, isn't it?
Yes.
That's all for this episode. We are going to come back we'll be back with another episode. We're going to talk about kind of in our next episode about kind of business strategizing, planning, all that kind of boring stuff that we don't think about as an artist. And also what it takes to be a true artist and the fact it goes beyond just being a musician. Yeah. That's what we're going to talk about next. So hopefully you'll tune in for the next episode. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.